Welcome to kitchen renovation day 7. So our top priority for today is to complete this L section. Gonna have to do a little bit of custom modification with the angle back there on that cabinet. We're gonna get the uppers here and here, the lowers here. Hopefully we have a plumber showing up for the drain to be able to stub that through so it's clean. And then we're gonna get the under counter lighting done on all of this. We also need to begin looking at situations like the floor right here. I was hoping we would be able to get away with that, but that section right there is not allowing us to, so gotta make some decisions. Ultimately, gotta keep being efficient and execute. Here we go. So quick update while I'm waiting on the plumber. Went ahead and got this under counter light installed, 9.5 inches, and it's of various Kelvin degrees. This matches the Kelvin color in the ceiling, but look at the output for this guy. Absolutely fantastic. It's the equivalent of having that or having that. So again, really excited about this project. The under counter lights, fantastic. Getting ready to execute the base cabinet. Welcome to day 8, kitchen renovation. Top priorities. Love being able to forecast what needs to happen and then just simply execute. Let's go. So I need to get this B12R cabinet installed at this location. To keep from having to patch this floor, I need to cut over at that line right there. So this tool here allows me to get in and dig. Great oscillating tool. Little trick of the trade. Now I take that piece of baseboard off so the cabinet fits tightly just like this. That B12R neatly fits in and it's good to go. On to the next. All right, and so B12R neatly fits in. So I've got a 24-inch dishwasher, as I had shared yesterday. I've got this nice reveal right here. Instead of seeing this and then a dishwasher, this allows the door part that sits back in, as you can see that's sitting back in, to really feature a tighter fit. And then I've got it set to where it's 24 1/4 inch, so that dishwasher will be able to have literally 1/8 of an inch clearance on either side. At the front part, the back, it'll have well over 1 inch on each side, but that creates a nice, tight, seamless fit. All right, moving right along, just finished the sink base completion. And so now as we move across and start into the upper cabinets, super important to protect the faces of these cabinets on all sides. I don't necessarily need to worry about running through and bumping into that or this section, but that's a main passageway, and so it's gotta be protected. So let's get on to these uppers. All right, so W3330 is installed. Looking great. Again, multiple screws across the top. It's in there really good. And then I'll be installing the under counter light in a little bit. So because I need to rip down that little section against the wall here to buffer that out, I started over here on this 4-inch section, which brings the dish or the oven over a little bit. So now it's a nice consistent look. And what we've got over here is the front edge of that cabinet right there transitions over to the front edge of that style, not the front edge of the door. So it's important to maintain that consistent line. And then if you'll notice, we're starting right here with the tape measure. So the oven is 30 inches, so you can see it ends right there. So that gives us roughly 1/4 inch on either side of the oven to neatly fit in there. So let's get on to this other upper cabinet on the back side. Now things are really starting to take shape. Refrigerator, microwave, stove, dishwasher, and this last cabinet here Again, tightened up top real good. W123L. Matching rail on the side. Works with this. Custom cut down so the reveal here matches the reveal here. Kind of awkward to have such a tight space, but again, fantastic. So in 3.5 hours, I've gotten 7 items executed. Time to keep going. Got this backer piece that fits inside of there, kind of prepped up and ready to go. You can see that it's a profile piece with a nice edge. What that allows me to do is set that in. The back matches the finish of the cabinets. And then I've got these shelf boards that I cut down at an angle and have the shelves come off and connect in. So I've got that ready to prep for Monday. And so now, set this down here where it's out of the way safely. So now what I'm gonna do is focus on this floor problem right there. Easily fixed. I save all of the scraps that I use when I cut this stuff down. So as you can see, this basically covers the toe kick after the toe kick gets installed, rather. So I've got a piece that I'm gonna show you how it's gonna go, but I'm gonna cut this guy down so the end of this sticks out right over in here, which bumps out where the toe kick will go. So let's do that right now. We'll start with that toe kick first. All right, so what we've got set up here are the individual blocks numbered 1 through 5. That spacer, as you can see the profile right there, gets me off of that floor gap. This is the toe kick. So what I do now is I use this nail gun and my brad nailer inside of there. And on each one of those places that I've marked on the floor, center, I shoot that, and let's see what it looks like. Okay, and so here it is, the completed toe kick. Absolutely fantastic. Came across, no more floor gap. The end looks great. And so now, if you notice right over in here, that piece that runs back to show the profile, with this guy here, that 4-inch piece that I put in right there, I don't have that. So I've got to create an imaginary version of it and come off of the back of the cabinet inside of here to give the illusion, if you're looking at it from the front, that there is that depth piece going back. So I'm onto that now. Let's do it. Now this is pretty cool. So let's pretend that the tape line right here is the left edge of the stove. So previously I was referencing how the back section did not have a reveal like that. Now it does. It looks like an actual cabinet that's in there. And all I did was temporarily place this shelf edge, but as you can see, it is anything but. So I built it up so that way, again, from the front edge, you look down, great reveal, and it's solid and they're good. You'll never see it. So aesthetically, that solved the problem. On to this section. Well, good news, that piece of toe kick is on. Same thing, it's looking great. So I had 2 problems with floors that were opened up. You can see back in that section, that concealed it. Of course, this one in the front concealed it. Problem here is that that can't be concealed, so that's gonna have to be a patch job on that with the refrigerator going in. But good stuff. On to these now. All right, toe kick down there is done. Now I gotta get this tarp off the cabinet, get that section done, and that'll wrap up toe kicks in the kitchen. So that wraps up toe kicks. Side came out great. Everything worked out fantastic. So you can kind of get an idea from the the bottom, you know, and looking into the space completes it. Good stuff. Time for the under counter lights. Well, got this one prepped up. You can see how I notched out for the connector. Got my holes marked there for my screws. Same thing, notched out for the connector, hole for the screws. Ran out of time. They say time flies when you're having fun. But all that we got done, except the under counter lights, which I did not mark. I'm getting ready to star that. And then the backer board. So those are Monday's top priorities. And then I'm gonna get over into here and get this ceiling fan installed out here. And then continue to tighten this space up. Tuesday, we have the templating guys coming in. That's a fun process because then in 7 to 10 days, this kitchen is functional. As soon as the backsplash, or as soon as the countertops get put in, I start laying out and getting that backsplash done. All the appliances are set to come in. So Monday we'll get this shelf configuration done as well. And pretty awesome day. Hope you have a fantastic night. Back at it on Monday.